What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Here at Soul, my name is Panya. I'm here to acknowledge the frequency, to alter your consciousness, to heighten your mind, to transcend above the derivation, to ascend to this lesson here on earth. Anybody want to experience here or not delaying time. The relationship that we have for one another and the relationship that you have with yourself is to get acquainted with yourself, to realign with yourself, spiritually speaking, in terms of your health. If you're not well acquainted with your body, you're putting some stuff that is not well nourished for your body, you will get ills, you will get sick. So speaking of that, since I'm not feeling well this past few days, I'm just finally recovering from some headaches, from just sluggish, lethargic, from just some unknown factor of whatever it is that's going to one body that one's consumed. So with that being said, we need to see what it is that make our well-beings well nourished. Our well-being is our health, and it does play a major role within our body. As you can see, notice that my voice is kind of breaking up. I haven't yet fully recovered yet, but I want to make this talk here talking about relationship in terms of with yourself, relationship in terms with your significant others and your family as well. But let's talk about relationship which is our significance, which we all once had in the past once before, so we can better understand of ourselves, so we can have a better relationship with the next relationship with our significant other in the near future, not a distant future, but in the near future. So that being said, let's talk about that. If we have an argument between you and I, if we argue, right, and that's something that we need to solve with one another, not to expose it to the media, not to talk with your friend, talk with your family, and did I mention medias? Yes. So that would not be necessarily. So if you have a problem, we should sit and talk in a civilized way, not in the way where it rages, not in the ways that it just one trying to dominate another. You know, that's because if you're a female, you're a lady, act like one and be like one, and talk with your gentle voice that when we first met, right? So there's no need for eradicate one another in ways that are trying to devour one another and putting another down. That's unnecessarily. So it is necessary to talk about relationship at times when problems need to be solved, and if we delay that problem, I mean, you're not really caring for your significant, right? So if you care for the person, why not take the time, not overslept it and wait until tomorrow? Because if you're sleeping, you're being selfish. What about a person that's unable to sleep, right? So just two of us, and that would make the love amplify. And when we love ourselves, we also will love the world at large. You and I, we are meant to be together, right? It's that synchronicity. It's not coincident. And when together, once again, it's powerfully when we move into the spirits of feeling inspired, when we are activating the forces of the universe that work within us, the powerful of the love is here. And the power of love for me to you, it is that. Even though if one is not feeling well, one is willingly to put in the effort and take the time. When you're not feeling well, sometimes we may not want to go to work. We need that day off. We need that rest for rejuvenated, for recovery. Since we all guided by the spirit, there's a less gap between of our thoughts. And seeing the result of those thoughts materialize for us is wholesome, because within the silence, there's a gap. Within the music note, there's a gap. Within the way we talk, we pause. And that's the wholesome. That is the way that is not depersonalizations, because as we place more of our value, of our energy into what we need to intend it to manifest with gratitude, we start seeing, the result, the intentions that we put in, the deliberate intention for manifestations to materialize with peace of mind and love of heart. So this relationship between you and I, as you viewing this, that is also the relationship with you as a viewer, me as a spokesperson. And that being said, make sure you give your benefit of doubt to your significant. You should talk things out with your significant. Don't go overreacting with your significant. And give some times, because love with times, because time heals all wounds, and love is always remain. Peace. Sometimes we want to sit and sort it out and try to find a better way to articulate the way we want to share, to overcome the argument in ways that is settled and synergistically, not to compromise one another, to lose oneself in the process of to make another happy, because we don't want to do that, because we also don't want to lose ourselves. And likewise, we don't want you to lose who you actually are. We want you to be you authentically. If you are that kind of bitch, we wouldn't want to be with you. But if you that lovely lady vegan, oh my goodness, swing this way, I would love it. Sometimes we understand this sometime of the month where the woman in their menstrual periods that they could be bitchy, but that doesn't mean the body, the mind are correlated. They link with one another, but at the same time, they're not one and the same. They are connected. That's where the neurotransmitter is sending a signal the same way the body got hurt, and it's sending a signal to the brain, and it let the brain know that, oh, the body's hurt, right? But when you get chopped off, when you have the nervous system is not there, it's not connected. That's when you know the nervous doesn't send a signal there. That's how you know that the body, the mind are not one and the same. However, they are linked. They are interconnectedness. The same way like you and I, right? We are connectedness in this world of one world, that we are inseparable. At the same time, we have the separate consciousness that divide ourselves, divide the borderline, divide our ethnicity of the culture. But that's all good, because that's how we learn of one another. That's how we also give us the benefit of the doubt, give you the benefit of the doubt. That's why I'm interested in getting to know who you are or what you're all about. But I don't lay it all out at the same time questioning who you are. I want to feel you. I want to know. I want to feel you. I want to be with you. I want to embrace the uncertainty, right? It's about embracing uncertainty to know what it is that you will bring. And I don't ask questions much about, oh, what do you do for work? Because that's irrelevant, because what you do for work is not who you are. Who you are is who you are authentically, intrinsically, and expressing yourself wholeheartedly. This is what I would like to know: who you are, what you're all about, and why are you here? What is it that you're dreaming of? What is your dream is what I'm trying to question. What is your passion? What is that you dream of the future to be? How do you see yourself in the future? How do you see yourself? Do you see us together, or do you just see yourself swinging like a monkey? That's another thing too, because if you're a spiritual being, as you say you are, that's a different story. Because once our consciousness arises, ascending from above the deprivations, we tend to not get mingling with those who are on that field of just sporadically, spiritually speaking. If you're spiritually free, you do whatever you want to do, but that's not really spiritually. That's just sovereignty of the wildness of the beings, expulsions, which we all like to be roaming around, not shirtless and, nakedness. We all like that as well too, right? Who doesn't like that, right? Come on. But we live in a civilization where everything's being caged, where everything there's law. So we somewhat we do abide some of the law, babe. Right, babe? Yeah, we do abide some of the law, but at the same time, we like to be free as well too. But loving one person genuinely, it is the spirits of freely offering the love unconditionally. Volitional love is being given, offering to you, because love is here, right here for you. And not everybody want to just go roam around and just just trying to give it a swing and see if it is the one. Well, it could be, hey, to each their own, right? But sometimes we want to know how it is to just be with you, touching you, to the tactile sensation and the sensory perceptions of the smell, the sensory perception of aroma, right? The taste and the feeling is the most genuinely, because feeling is the key. Feeling can be wrong, because when you have the feeling about your significant, when you have one in the past, like I had one in the past, and for you as well too, you know how it is, right? So, babe, you're viewing this, I freely love you with peace of mind and love of heart. Take care now. I'm out.